Have you ever wondered why some businesses seem to pick up and make a lot of money very quickly, but others seem to get left behind and never really take off at all? If so, you're in the right place. In today's video, I'm going to be walking you through step by step what you need to do in order to know if your business is going to be successful or if it's going to fall flat before it ever even starts to take off. If you think this is not important, just take a look at this statistic here. Over 80% of small businesses that start fail within the first 5 years. I don't want that to be you. That wasn't me. I don't want it to be you. So, what is the key to it? How do we make sure that our business does get off the ground and up and running? The simple word, which is actually not so simple at all, is market research. And if you're looking at the screen, scratching your head saying,
What in the hell is this? I have no idea.
that's okay. You're in the right place. I'm going to be breaking down market research into 6 super manageable, super actionable tasks that you can take in order to make sure that your business grows rather than fails. So let's go ahead and jump into it and stick around until the end of the video because I'm going to be giving you my step-by-step process for everything I do whenever I start conducting market research. That way you can take it, use it in your business, and hopefully make some money through my strategies, through my frameworks. So if that interests you, keep watching. Now, the first and most basic thing that you've probably heard again and again is know your customer, know your audience. You've probably heard audience persona, customer persona, all these different words. But if you're new to business and you have no idea how to do market research, you're probably thinking, well, what the hell is this? And how do I figure out how to go about this? And the truth is, it's a lot simpler than you think. But if you're a new entrepreneur, you're probably a little bit scared to go and do what you need to do to make this happen. Because the first part of knowing your customer is actually talking to your customer. That doesn't mean researching who they look at online. It doesn't mean talking to other people on Facebook about them. This means the nitty-gritty. You go out, you find the customer you want to talk to, and you initiate a conversation with them. Look at this conversation here. Look at this conversation here. Both of these are 2 people who kind of fall into the type of person that I would most like to work with. And for the last 3 months on Facebook, I have gone through and had very extensive chats with both of these people, and you're not going to believe the incredible information that it has led me to uncover. For example, this person here, I know their entire daily routine. I know what they struggle with. I know what they need help with, and I know what type of solution they would purchase. This person here, I know everything about their business. I know who they're targeting. I know what their problem is. I know exactly what their marketing sequences throughout the entire year because I was down in the trenches initiating these conversations every single day for 3 months. Does it feel a little bit like ripping out teeth? Without Novocaine, of course, absolutely, because you have to wait for people to respond to you. But there's no other way to get this audience research about your customer other than actually talking directly to them and looking at what they do on a daily basis. You have to understand this if you're going to try to sell somebody something. So the first basis of market research is know your customer and don't be afraid to initiate a conversation with them. However, this is only one piece of the puzzle, right? We cannot only know who our customer is. That's not going to make people buy something from us. So the next thing you have to do is validate your offer. So as you can see, these kind of are all connected, right? We have to know who our customer is in order for us to create an offer for them. Naturally, you have to talk to them to know who they are before you can create an offer. Now, here's the second most nerve-wracking piece of information I received as a new entrepreneur 6 years ago. Have a killer offer and validate it. Thank you. You are so nice for telling me that. How in the world do I do it? Nobody tells you how do you validate your offer? How do you find out who it is? And if you're like me, you probably want to pull your hair out because 6 years ago, I was in this situation. Know your audience, know your offer. Thank you. How do I figure this out, right? So we know how to find our audience now need to know how to validate our offer. And again, this comes down to 2 simple words, 2 very small words, but 2 massively important words: market research. So if you're trying to validate an offer, there are a couple different ways that you can do this. The first and best way that I like to do it is go to the Facebook ads library, and I like to just, take a gander and a glance and look at everything that people are selling here. Because if somebody is selling something here, they're putting money into the ad, it probably means that this offer is a bit valid. And everything in business is not reinventing the wheel. We're taking, enhancing, and improving. So take one of these offers, see what you can do, see which would resonate with the people that you have been researching, and then make it better. Don't start from scratch. Take this, make it better, throw it out into the world. I guarantee you, if you know your customer and your offer is better, it will help you. So this is an easy way for you to validate your offer. If you're enjoying this video, why not hit the bell, hit the subscribe button? That way, whenever I make a new video, you hear from it every single week. While we're on another note, if you would absolutely love to get every one of my market research strategies, you can do so with the link in the description below. I would absolutely love to see your business flourish with the systems that I have already set up in place over the last 6 years. So if you want that, go ahead, click the link in the description and claim that today. Because in this video, I'm only telling you one way. Go to the Facebook Ads Manager, take a look at what people are doing. In actuality, there are about 60 other ways that you can collect market research and validate your offer. And here's a little secret. Come here. Come here. Come here. It doesn't have to cost money. You can do it for free. You can validate your offer for free. Again, interested in that? Click the link in the description. Now, the next thing we got to do is we got to scope out the competition, right? So we know their offers. Who actually is our competition? How are they reaching their customers? How are you going to reach the customers they are not? And how are you going to speak to them? You do this by analyzing their social media. You do this by analyzing their offers. You need to understand everything about them, including the reason that they type or write the way that they do. Because if you are not paying attention to this information, very small things will slip you by. For example, did you know as a copywriter, if you have somebody who is more politically left-leaning, you are going to want to write in longer, more elegant sentences and abstract ideas. Uh-oh. However, if you have somebody who is a little bit more to the right, keep your sentences short, keep them snappy, and make sure that you are talking in concrete ideas. These are these little clues that by analyzing your competitors and knowing who they are, you'll be able to understand who they're reaching. That way you can scoop in and take those customers that they are not serving, but you can serve very well. Number 4, and this is a huge one. As a matter of fact, I built an entire year's email sequence for a customer of mine, a client of mine, just based on this alone. Check out what is trending in your industry. If you are a digital marketer, go to Google Trends, see what people are looking for, type it in. You can put in a term, a keyword, and it will tell you what people are actively searching for. And as a matter of fact, there are people who have built million-dollar businesses just on trends alone. So do not overlook Google Trends. That's going to be super important to help you stay relevant and on top of your competition. Now, what do you think number 5 is? Go ahead and drop a comment below. Let me know what you think the 5th part of market research is and how you could go about it. All right, I hope you went ahead and dropped that comment, because the 5th thing that you are going to do is want to track your data in market research. And you might think this is a given, but the difficult part about market research is not collecting the data. It is analyzing it and putting it into a system and a format that works for you. So, for example, what a big company like Tesco does is not going to work for someone like me. The way that they collect data on their customers is different because they are a very advanced business. Similarly, if we look at other people like the freelancer school here, Jay Klaus, what he is doing in his business is not going to work for me in my business. His systems, the people he chooses to work with are all going to be different. But in market research, if you cannot put a format or create a process for you to analyze and take in data every single day and a way for your team to synthesize this data with you, it's going to be very difficult for you to try to grow. Again, if you do want a system that you can potentially implement tomorrow and start getting results, because I use it in my business, that link is in the description below. But this is super important. Don't overlook it. Make a process, make a system for your business, find out what works, stick to it, and collect data every single day. Now, the next step, number 5, is qualitative and quantitative data. You need to collect more than one type of data for market research. Qualitative data is going to be how your customers feel, how they perceive your brand, and you can only get this, as you can guess, probably. Yes, by talking to your customers and finding out what people do online. Another way that you can go about understanding what people think about your business is with social listening tools. So, for example, something like Brand Watch. Whenever somebody types something about your brand or mentions you online, it scans the internet, it takes that information, it pings it over to you. So, you always have an idea of whether people think positively or negatively of your business. But that's not the only important piece of data you need. You also need quantitative data. Quantitative data is going to be the actions customers take and what they directly do in regards to your brand. So, does somebody buy something, never purchase from you again? That's quantitative data. If you're selling a course that only one person bought and you see that they don't come back to buy again, you have a problem. You need to look at this quantitative data and you need to analyze it with your team and make your offers, make your service a bit better. And I absolutely love the book Service by Design. I recommend that you read this book because it will help you to understand how to use quantitative and qualitative data to improve your business massively. The only thing I don't like about this book is they don't give you frameworks or anything that you can use to potentially analyze this data the moment you start collecting it. That's still going to be up to you, but this book, definitely recommend it 1000%. If you've read it, drop a comment below. Let me know. What did you think about the book? Did you think it was good? Did you think it was bad? Or did you absolutely hate it? Say it's not for me. So far, we've gone through the first 5 items for market research, effective market research, not any of this, base surface level crap that people say, know your audience, know your offer. No, we've gone a bit deeper than this. Now we are on to the very last and most important part of market research. And that is, let's see, can you think about it? A SWOT analysis. So, what does that mean? Basically, a SWOT analysis helps you position your business strategically for success, and you do it with all of the data that you have gathered. So, basically, this means with all this data, how are you going to put it into play? How are you going to go through and follow through with your plan? How are you going to see what's working? How are you going to see what's not working? All 6 of these together, boom, 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 boom. This is how you complete market research, and you need frameworks for it. So again, if you need those frameworks, go ahead, claim your copy of my frameworks below. Let's see if they can work for you. Until then, that's pretty much all for today. Let me know what you guys think of this video, and if you really enjoyed it, hit the bell, hit the subscribe button. I would love to see you here every single week. That's it for today, and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.